Good evening once again, everybody. Carl Twibell, along with my analyst and cohort, Carl Mirano, and our friends from the Santa Fe New Mexicans, James Barron and Geoff Grammer, sports writers from the New Mexican, and welcome to our bracketology show, I guess, high school basketball in the state of New Mexico. We've covered the 5A, 4A, and 3A girls, and we've just finished with the 3A boys, and I'll just ask the panel any other thoughts on AAA basketball. It looks like, well, are we going to make our picks? We'll make our picks later, I guess, but we'll go back to that. Let's head to 4A, and I'm sure there's going to be some discussion here, because as we looked at some of these seedings, we were wondering, what the heck were they thinking? Roswell, number 1 against 16 Chaparral High School, and then the 8-9 matchup, Kirtland Central and St. Pius. Santa Teresa, number 5 against Capital, number 12. Volcano Vista, the 4 seed against Artesia, 13 seed, and Carl, you got the bottom half of that bracket in 4A?
Yeah, we got Albuquerque Academy ended up the 3 seed playing Belen, the 14 seed, and then Los Alamos at a 6 seed. Surprised me they're getting that high of a seed, but they'll play Piedra Vista, the 11 seed. Shiprock, the 7 seed, will play Grants, the 10, and then on the very, very bottom, number 15 Valencia will be going to Espanola Valley, which ended up the 2 seed. And I guess, guys, for most of the year, I don't think 3 through 16 is going to matter much. I really don't. I think Roswell and Espanola Valley are on a collision course, and you got Volcano Vista and Pius that could make some noise. 2 very good coaches in Damian Segura and Greg Brown. I don't see Roswell or Espanola losing.
Well, while I agree with you, I know James disagrees.
I'm going to say 4 through 16 really don't matter. I'm never going to discount Mike Brown and Albuquerque Academy, and that quarterfinal, that semifinal matchup that could possibly happen there between Espanola and Academy could be the trip up to that Roswell Espanola final there. I mean, I go back 2 years ago when Academy kind of had Espanola on the ropes. Espanola came back, missed 6 shots in the final 10 seconds, and ended up losing that game in overtime. As much as I want to say that, yeah, this is going to be Roswell Espanola, for some reason Espanola, when they get to the pit, things happen. I mean, like I said, the 6 shots in the final 10 seconds and not making one, the stall last year against Artesia and going to triple overtime and losing on that alley-oop at the end of the 3rd overtime. It looks like it should be that, but I'm not going to discount Albuquerque Academy on that side of the bracket there. It's just a warning sign right there. I don't think Richard wants to be on that side of the bracket, or Richard Martinez, the Espanola coach. I think he would have much rather wanted a 1. I know he's lobbied for a 1, but the difference is, Espanola has 2 losses within the state. Roswell hasn't lost to anybody in the state of New Mexico, and they haven't lost to anybody in 4A.
Well, you look at, Carl, those 2 losses that Espanola does have to the La Cueva Bears and the Whole Christian Huskies, which not too many teams have beat. So I think the difference this year, James, is their schedule. I really think they've done purposely scheduled some very tough games. They went up to Clovis and Hobbs to, I think, prepare themselves for an atmosphere much like the state tournament. They know what they've done the last couple of years. They got that monkey on their back right now, haven't been to the championship game, and with a lot of expectations. But this team seems a little different this year, and with the schedule they've played, I really don't see that happening. But we'll see what
we can agree to disagree. How about that?
This is great that James has alienated the entire New Mexico.
As usual.
I have emails to James Barron
When's the last time you ate at Chili's down in Espanola?
I had a free pass through that town up until now. So I'm sure I'm going to have an escort to go to and from the games from here on out.
Everybody thinks it's going to be Roswell, the Roswell Coyotes, and the Espanola Valley Sun Devils, with the exception of James.
I know it could be Carl, when we look at that quarterfinal matchup, St. Pius is really playing some basketball right now, and Coach Damian Segura and the tradition he's really built there at St. Pius with 3 state championships in a row. That quarterfinal matchup with Roswell could be an interesting one. I see Pius getting past Kirtland, and then Roswell and St. Pius meeting in that quarterfinal matchup. That's the only chance I see Roswell slipping up. Otherwise, I see them getting to the championship game.
Looking at this from a local standpoint, though,
yeah.
I think if you ask Mark Centini right now how he feels about playing Santa Teresa, I think he loves it. I think he believes that his team can go down there and beat Santa Teresa, especially considering that they only played their district schedule against 4A competition, and of their 7 losses, I think one of them was to Portales. Not a lot. We don't know a lot about Santa Teresa. I mean, I've seen more Capital. Obviously, I've seen more Capital than Santa Teresa, but I think that's a good matchup for them, just because Santa Teresa really hasn't proven itself yet. There isn't a signature win on their resume.
They're 20-7. I talked to the coaching staff a little bit this afternoon. Mike Chavez, the JV coach, and as they prepare for Santa Teresa, they're not very big, but very quick, and some good guard play. So even though they got the 12 seed, which is